Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we're playing something very unique that I wanted to play since some time. Battles combined with planeswalkers and a lot of lands that get basically attack for free. With Elspeth and Elspeth you can pump those bivouacs and Mishra's Foundries and make them super scary, so every time your opponent taps, you just can attack battles and get free value. And when you crack all of those battles, because we play a lot, you get insane value, especially that the planeswalkers do the rest of the job. So that was the idea for the deck, and I kinda like the outcome, so hopefully you will enjoy today's video. Enjoy guys and have fun. Honestly, this opening is pretty good. If we can survive to turn 3, we can play the Emperor and we can probably farewell, so I'm pretty happy about it. We start here. Don't forget we can always draw something that we want to play instantly, and this provides good painless mana. I mean, I will still go with this. It holds priority, so it's a bit more useful. Hitting 3 Emperors is a little bit too much, but we'll take it. We'll take it. They have Field of Ruin, so we need to be careful. And Invasion of Dominaria should be nice. With Emperors, we should be able to crack it quite nicely, and we instantly draw a card. And this is also one of the reasons we play double Sokenzan. If I recall, that was the plan. Oh, this is nice. I'll take it. I'll take it. So, which mana do we want? Probably white, right? We have so many white cards. Yeah, because Sokenzan is just 2 hasty creatures, right? So, it's pretty useful. And worst case, you can always use it as a land. But one of them shouldn't hurt too much. So, you want us to play main phase, you say? Alright. We will go with it. Just not to flip. Especially that we have 3 Emperors, so you know. Why do you have a priority with your cut down? Alright, that's pretty brutal. Alright. So he wants to flip. What a monster. What an absolute monster. Go for the throat. Alright, you know what? This is interesting, right? Because we can go for Sokenzan. We are not guaranteed to hit Eternal Wonder on the next turn, but I still think it's worth it.
May your blade strike true.
I mean, I could play this later. This is Memory Deluge turn, right? Memory Deluge turn. Oh boy, I think we want to flip a little bit. Let's try this. I want to go with this pattern. And this will be hard for them to answer, and we make sure that this will be easier to flip. Oh, Faithful Mending. So a Mindbreaker deck, right? As per Mindbreaker, I would guess. They usually play this only with Mindbreaker. It's a good card alone, to be honest, but they just usually don't use it. Farewell discarded. Alright, interesting. We can burn through those Emperors very nicely. You know what? I'll take it. This is really good, man, for us. This is really good. Alright, and listen. I heard from the comments that there's a 5-year-old Nila that likes planeswalkers and the reverse line. So let's enjoy, and enjoy your breakfast. Oh, they don't have...
Done it.
Okay.
That's coming off.
I butchered it, man. I absolutely butchered it, but I hope you enjoyed. Alright, let's go back into the game because that wasn't smooth at all. So we can get rid of Virtue. Honestly, I think it's worth it. Denying their 7-drop is huge. And now they lost it. Alright, 2 cards. Only 2 cards. It's not going great for our opponent. And let's go like this. We can always use Invasion and cycle something if they have removal. They still have it, so that's good for them, but they're down to 1 card. Let's go for this. Let's play like a land that can attack with haste on the next turn, I guess. I think it should be Sunfall. I actually should go for the Farewell soon. and just get rid of Celestus and Fateful Mending. So if I cast it, they cycle. That's kinda huge. But I think it's still worth it. They will double cycle actually. Alright. At least they don't have cards, so cycling doesn't matter. They need to discard whatever they draw. So that's actually pretty huge that they use this. Oh, what? Listen, why they drew a card? Okay. Oh, okay, it's my turn. Makes sense. I was so confused. Let's make some tokens. We're at the night time.
Let your blade do the talking.
Well, this was a dead turn. But it's fine. Unfortunately, they will have... Are you serious? This was your card from the top? Well, this absolutely destroyed our game plan. The whole game plan was getting him to 0 cards, and then, like, it's hard for him to get good draws. And he instantly gets a best card of his whole deck. Especially that he's on 7 mana, so that's actually insane. Edict. Planeswalker, huh? You don't like those? I have something for you. Alright, let's enjoy it this time better.
I hope you're ready to lose. Keep watch for intruders.
Alright, now we did it the right time. He just drew another one. Man, please. What the... Alright, so our opponent is a true master of top decking Deluge into Deluge when he was out of cards. So right now the game actually continues fully. And I'm not sure if... I think we lost with those 2 draws. You can see that he can provide 2 plays a turn very easily. And yeah, he's just going with it. And Control will be able to sweep the board a lot of times, man. So, I think we need to go with this and start really pressuring him.
I'll make the most of the little time
3,
I have.
7 mana. Getting rid of Celestus is nice, but not as nice as just creating Samurai token. The double strike means that it can hit for 6 damage. So what do we want? Discard 2 creatures. Creatures you control get +1/+0. You know what? I like it. So this will force a sweeper, right? But they have only 2 cards. One of them is from Memory Deluge, one is random. So this puts a lot of pressure, especially that they get haste, which means that every creature that will make on the next turn also triggers. Oh boy. Okay. Now we're talking. Alright, now we are talking. So we definitely want to go with this. It's nighttime. They have to Memory Deluge, so I think we need to hit super hard this turn. I mean, like, really hard. Oh, but we need 3 mana. So we only have 3, right? If I activate this, I don't have enough. So it has to be Tarkir. Yep. What do we go for? I could also... Oh man. I could farewell Celestus and Memory Deluge. But then I don't get all this damage. I think it's worth it, right? I think it's worth it. This is the only play I can make this turn, but it's only 2 damage. I don't think it's the best one. And this will create a lot of damage. Like, look at this board, man. This is not nothing. And double strikers really like this, you know, this pump. Face is the place. I mean, that's a lot of damage. And if they want to cast Memory Deluge, they cannot cast anything else. And if they cast anything else, it means it absolutely breaks their turn, right? So they don't progress the game plan. Like, they can play this and make a removal, but then they didn't really make their play. And they, on the next turn, they have the same situation, unless they have Sunfall or Farewell. They already used one, right? Yep. And now they cannot Memory Deluge. And they still get absolute insane amount of damage. This is... oh man, that was their last card. And now Fateful Mending doesn't do anything. And they still get what? 10 damage? After double removal. See, we pressured them so hard they needed to resign from their game plan, basically. And it's still here. I can do it again on the next turn. And those tokens are still here. Man, the Flame Ride. Man, he's really good at drawing cards. This is exactly the creature he needed to answer instantly, without casting those cards. Man, they are really good at Magic. Every time we get them on ropes, they just draw a card. Yo, bro, I'm getting this one and I'm still fine. Well, that's really bad for us. Every time, like, we cannot make this lethal pressure. They cannot cast Memory Deluge, right? What are the creatures? This is super important. No creatures on his side. Oh, look at this. No creatures on our side as well. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. And no enchantments? No enchantments. You know what? I think this will make the game a bit easier for us. Oh yes. Better. Now you have one card. And there's no way you are going to top deck again, alright? Let's split 3 damage here. Unless this God of Magic control player will draw a Sunfall or Farewell from the top of his library. He might not even have Farewells. It's just Sunfall. This creates 4 damage on the next turn by missing 3 damage this turn. And if we get any kind of, you know, amplifying effect, it's better. Look at this board. One draw to beat them all. What will it be? Will you have the third time the perfect play to get you out of your trouble? Because we're circling around him like a wolf, and every time we go for the bite, he just gets this one card. And finally, that was it. Alright. Alright. No creatures. I think we go with Elspeth. So enjoy. Alright, so that was a pretty nice game, I think. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. Alright, so we are going first. Sure, let's take it. Some Oxus, some wild Oxus appears. And we have played with fire, so our early game should, you know, be kinda okay-ish, maybe, who knows. I hope I hit an island, because otherwise I die. This is the kind of game you play against Mono Red. Will I draw my cards in the correct order? The true skill in Magic. What Mono Red does the best is punish randomness on the bad side. So it means that normally you have time to recover from bad draws, because obviously it's a card game, so you will have better and worse hands. And what Mono Red does always, just not let you recover. Like, that's what the deck does, and trying to punish you for not being lucky early game. So yeah, that's why I'm not the huge fan of the deck. I think it has very bad gameplay pattern for enjoyment. So, as you can see, our opponent played all of the cards from his hand, which is as impressive as it gets, honestly. Like, I would love to be such a good player, to play 3 cards in a row, but I'm just not good enough, man. Alright, so what about this game? I think we are not in the worst spot, but we are in a very rough spot. Of course, for example, right now we have to draw the 5th land. I don't think we can win without it. So, you know, the next turn will be a check if I can draw a card. They should go for Wicked Roll on one of the chicks, to be honest. Yep, correct decision. And we'll have to exile it. I have double Emperor and I'm not guaranteed to draw the land, so I'm going for the maximum payoff instantly. It's not like they won't attack with the Samurai. If they want to burn the Emperor, that's still good, that's a life gain. And the 2 life gain makes huge difference, man. We didn't draw it. We are really bad.
Our swords will cross again.
So we have to go with the Emperor again. They don't like Emperors at all. Like, this is the card that really hurts them. Because it does the two things they absolutely loathe. You kill their creature. Sure. You kill their creature and you also live game. And those are two things they cannot stand, because their whole deck is about burning and creating creatures. That's the fourth chick. Alright. I mean, good for you, man. You're really good at Magic. Wow, 3 manual attacks. Okay, doesn't seem they have Monstrous Rage. So in this case, we will do it again, and hope we draw Sunfall again. And that was enough. Our opponent doesn't even want to play the game. And this is another problem with mono-red players. They only play games that get basically handed to them. Not all of them, of course, but a lot. That's something I've noticed. Because the deck is so efficient that there's no even point in playing the game if it's not auto-win. So, yeah, just not the great playing pattern in my opinion. Alright, one of the Sunfall hands. I'll take it, because we are on the draw. This might get rough. And if we can get more time, Wedding Announcement should do a lot of work, you know? It should do a lot of work. Foundry. You play Foundry usually on turn 2 if you don't use you know, double colored mana or something, because theoretically it can attack and block on the next turn. So no, there's that. And with Wedding Announcement it will get better. No way they have made Disappear. Okay, Dissipate is good, like this is a super hard counter spell, one of their premium ones, but I have a lingering suspicion they actually play way more. Is that Deluge? Is their hand perfect? Of course it is. Of course it is, right? Big score. Huh. So they went with Sunfall. Emperor is a good card. I think it's still okay. We probably don't get any value out of this, but hopefully we get like 2 cards. And will make some problems for them. They have a lot of mana, so it will hurt. Withdraw, well, that's good for them. Absolutely good for them. I mean, I can nearly flip it, so we are going with it. Some damage to the face. And yes, I could attack with Mishra's Foundry and then flip it at the end step, but I think hitting Wedding Announcement into the battlefield is extremely important. And now we force a lot of weird reaction, but to be honest, I think we lost. He has way too much card advantage. At this point, like, he had all the steps that he needed. And at this point, I think he will absolutely crush us with value. It won't be very close, to be honest. They have also 6 mana, so at any point we cannot really go for it, because they always have this emergency mana. They always have it. Man, they have so much. They have so much. Let's go with it and draw it a card. I'm pretty sure they have something like Fires of Victory, they will use it on one of the creatures. Alright, I think I know. But man, I really want to make more creatures. Okay, unfortunately we will draw a card. And we make play with fire, flip this. That's the play. Let's see what they do. This is unfortunate, I would prefer the token. They burned a lot of treasures, but it's... Man, this is the chain of value that they dreamed of. Like, our opponent not being super aggressive as a mono-red, and them just drawing insane amount of cards every single turn. The whole point is flipping at the end step, and it will be hard to counter because we have 2 extra mana, so, you know. Invasion of Archives, sure. They only have 4 mana, you know? So there might be a chance. FR1. Huh, you like farewells, huh? 3, 6 mana, so they will have 3 at most. Let's go. I think this could be interesting. The problem this game is that they have so many cards. That's the real issue. And don't forget, you kinda cast it, so they still... I think they can counter it. Alright. This is a tap land, unfortunately. So, what is the best creature to throw under the bus? I think the Foundry, right? I think the Foundry. And here comes the full swing. Okay, they didn't remove anything, that's actually pretty huge. And right now I'm going for some of the sweet face damage, because we need some strong attacks right now. We need to keep them low. Is that Invasion of Dominaria? I think so. I think so. It's not something they want to counter. And if that's a Dissipate, they will burn a treasure, so that's not what they want. Okay. We will draw a card, which makes our board better. You can see, man, we flipped a little bit too late. If we flipped right now, he would be at 1. Like if we flipped 1 turn before. So it's fine. The problem is they have those treasures that really gives them so many more plays than normally. So for example, right now we would win the game if not this mana probably. But it's fine. It's fine. A Dissipate? It seems they have Dissipate, man. But that's good. If they Dissipate, that means they burn everything except 1 treasure, and they cannot cast anything, so we can go with the Ox for 2 damage. Wow, Devious Cover-Up, man, that's so expensive. Can we kill him? Not yet, but soon. We actually, I think we won this, unless they have life gain. Let's go with the Ox. The sneaky, sneaky Ox. Man, if I could not tap it, that would be perfect. Let's attack your pretty face. Very nice. Alright, Lethal. Here comes the Lethal. Instantly a life gain. Absolutely no problem. Just go with it. And do they have to? Of course they do. Of course they do. I'm going for it, man. I don't care. You need 2 removal spells. I'm sure he will get it. Man, moment he needed this life gain, it's just, yeah, here, grab it. Not even single point of mana spent. Oh boy. We could also go with Mirrex. But I'm going with this. That's so many ways to go lethal, and I hope one of the creatures goes through. I don't expect 2 of them go, but I hope one of them will. Look at this absolute madman. Up to 7. Alright, let's go to attackers. Now he draws a removal also. Man, this guy is an absolute god of drawing cards. Man, from this first big score. Was it big score? I don't know. Well, sure. Great. You don't need to pay 1. He even... that man. Sure. Well, that's frustrating. He got insane chain of value, man. Yes, he had big score, he just shuffled them back. Every single time they just go around this freaking cliffhanger, man. Of course, just more, just get more. Why wouldn't you have everything? That's how they roll, just have everything. I will keep this play with fire, I think. A Field of Ruin. Yep, it is. Man, I cannot believe this guy just draws like a true champion. Man, we actually had him, even after big score and even after the memory dodge, we still had him. But yeah, I cannot believe, I cannot beat like 4 or 5 top decks in a row, man. Like, that's insane. Alright, I think we need to go with the Mirrex plan then. If I play Celestus, I cannot activate my staff. I cannot activate my staff. So 4, 7. I can still use 3 mana on something, so that's Field of Ruin. That's pretty bad. I mean, what can you do, man? Oh man, like we had lethal like 2 or 3 times nearly. Correct choice, Mirrex is a little bit better, but we have another one. This live game, man. This live game. Let's go with what? I mean, I'll go with the mountain. I don't think there's difference here. But we'll make symmetrical mana. The problem is that now they cast it. And that will give them, oh my god, just infinite possibilities. Man, they don't need even the Cardo to hit those cards. He's at 5, getting back to 2 with Play of Fire to lethal, just Union and live gain from the land. And here we are. Here we are. So I don't think we will be able to beat him. I think that's way too much value. 4 cards. 4 cards. Maybe there's a chance. They don't have any card though, unless they drew it in those cards. But those are super good cards. I can use 3 mana for rocks, right? I still have 3 mana. No Field of Ruins. They have the Spire. That's something we need to remember. Alright, let's go with the map token. I think this will get removed, but we need to go with it a little bit. Alright, they already used it on the first one. Is that with Kicker? It's probably with Kicker, right? Oh boy, so I can deny them 1 card. My cards are worth... Is that Kicker? Okay. I really think it's worth it. Their cards are better than mine. I need to go 1 for 1. Okay. And if I go like this, I still can Mirrex at the end step, right? And this will make our card draw a little bit better, basically. Like, we need to work towards our outs, you know? Okay, that's fine. That's extremely scary, but it's not like it will make the biggest difference. Like, it's kinda a dead card until he draws something, but even without Mind Splice Apparatus, if he draws Silver Scrutiny, we are out. Well, instantly, just freaking name the card, man. Oh man, I can't even. To be fair, he had Memory Door, so it's kinda, I guess, expected, but it's still a lot. Each Planeswalker. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I still enjoyed the game. I think it was pretty decent. Alright guys, we're after the games, and what about those final impressions? I have to say, I enjoyed the deck. I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely something that gets full advantage of those battles. We didn't see the original plan too much in the game, because the games got every time very, very messy, and it, you know, boiled down to Elspeth and Eternal Wanderer just trying to carry us through the game. However, we have flipped quite a lot of battles, and you have seen that even Invasion of Mercadia, which is basically a thrill of possibilities, so the card cycling, can deal so much damage with double strikers. The fact that you and you know, give haste means that the new token attacks and the old token attacks. So it's like 12 damage, man, already on those 2 tokens. On top of this and those creatures, so you can go for the lethal very, very easily. You have 4 Emperors, so most of the time you also have Emperor to complement the Wanderer. So, you know, a lot of power. And the point is that normally, if your opponent is like 1-3 life, it's very hard to kill them, right? Because they have full control over the game, and you don't generally run burn in those spells because you are not an aggro deck. But with 4 Bivouacs, 4 Mishra's Foundry, and double Mirrex, dealing this extra damage is very, very easy, because every single time they tap too heavily, you can just fully spam them with creatures, and even if they save this, you know, 2-3 mana, you can just activate multiples, and they can usually only answer 1. So really cool stuff. I enjoyed it. We also played double Sokenzan, which means that you know you have this uncounterable sneaky 2 damage, and if they hold those counter spells, you can always channel it, and they cannot do anything about it. So really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. I enjoyed the deck. deck. I think it's fun, and yeah, it's probably not most competitive deck ever. Honestly, probably Invasion of Karsus will be more or less a mess. We didn't really draw it in the game, so you know it's a rare and there's new set coming. So I feel responsible to saying you this. I don't think it's the best sweeper, especially that we can run Sunfalls. So maybe it should be for Sunfall, but I really wanted to have battles. I wanted to flip them. Didn't happen for this one, but we flipped quite a lot of those. So hopefully you had a great fun. I think it's a very fun deck and I enjoyed it. So thank you for watching, guys, and hopefully the small dedication that I kinda butchered put a smile on the face. So hopefully that was fun to watch. And thank you guys for being on the channel and sticking till the end. So really appreciate it, and see you tomorrow.
With